Hello. Let's try again. Hello, awesome human beings. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Mia and I run a blog called shedreamsallday.com where I strive to empower introverts to start profitable blogs, shine online with confidence, and chase their dreams. That is what I'm all about. And my motto is, quiet people can do amazing things. Just had some chocolate. I have chocolate around. No, okay. So in this video, I thought it might be fun to share with you some helpful advice if you're just starting your blog, some honest advice that you might not be aware of. So these tips are not your usual beginner tips, but things you need to be aware of, things you need to know when you're just starting your blog and your blogging journey. So if you just started your blog and hopped on the vlogging train, let me just give you a little personal digital high five and welcome you on board. So blogging has been a life-changing journey for me, and I know it can be for you too. I am so thankful that I hopped on board almost 3 years ago now. Crazy. So if you haven't started your blog for some reason, or if you're interested to learn more about blogging, want to know the exact steps to take in order to start and launch your blog, I have just the thing for you. You can join my free blogging challenge, Start Your Dream Blog for Introverts and Dreamers. It'll teach you all the things that you need to know in order to start your blog and launch it. So we cover things like hosting, WordPress, how to get people to visit your blog, why you need an email list, the themes I recommend, etc. All the things. So you'll find a link to this challenge in the description below, and I hope you'll join us. And yes, it is free, totally free. So let's get into the video. Let's get into all the things. Although blogging is super exciting when you're just starting out, there are a lot of factors that you need to keep in mind if you want to turn your blog into a profitable blogging business, as in you want to make money online. The very first thing that you need to understand when you're starting a blog is that you're not starting a blog. Let me explain. You're starting a business. So yes, when you start a blog, you're actually starting a business. If the goal is to make money with your blog, you need to look at your blog as a business. Blogs don't make money, businesses do. So look at your blog as the medium where you deliver your message. But actually making it profitable is so much more than just writing blog posts. You need to channel your inner entrepreneur, but also the technician role. You need to be working on your business as the entrepreneur, as the CEO, and as the technician, working in your business, so writing the blog posts. You need to be two people at once when you're running a blogging business. Because blogs don't make money, businesses do. If the goal is to make money with your blog, you need to look at your blog as a business and not just a blog, if you want to make money. Another thing that you need to be aware of is the key thing about blogging successfully is to know that mindset is everything. So spoiler alert, the secret is out. The only thing that's going to stand in your way of becoming a successful blogger is yourself. Is you. It's your mindset, nothing else. Mindset is truly key when you set out to start a blog, especially if you're an introvert. So how you go into your day, the thoughts that you have about your ability to make it as a blogger is everything. So all the blogging strategies, the tools, the things you learn, the how-tos, they don't matter if you're not thinking thoughts that support your dream result, the dream result that you want to create with your blog. It's so important. So I usually say that blogging successfully is 80% mindset and 20% strategies. So let me ask you this. How are the thoughts that you're currently having supportive of the results you want to create, the dream life you want to live? If your thoughts aren't supportive of the results you want to create, you need to change your thoughts. You need to be thinking better thoughts and reframe your mindset, because the way we think will lead to our results. So think about it. All the results you have in your life right now are a result of thoughts you have thought in the past. Pretty mind-blowing, right? But it's so true. So if you can learn how to master your mindset, you've won. You have. And anything is possible with blogging if you set your mind to it. Build that list. Your email list, that is. So if there's one piece of advice that I am so glad that I got in the beginning of my own blogging journey, it's that start building your email list from day one, day zero even. I am so thankful that my blogging teachers taught me this, because your email list is going to be your number one asset in your blogging business. And it is how you will eventually be able to monetize your blog. There's a reason why people say the money is in the list, because it really is. It's how your audience will come to like, to know, and to trust you, and eventually buy from you. The trust you build through email marketing is truly key to making it as a successful blogger. So start building that list. And as always, I use, love, and recommend ConvertKit for your email marketing service provider. It's what I use and what I've always used. So start building your list right now. Your future self will thank you. Another important thing to know about blogging successfully is that it's not about you, it's about them. Who them? Who that? Your audience. So one of the things that you're gonna come to realize as a new blogger is that you're not blogging for yourself. You're blogging for your audience. Your blog exists to solve other people's problems, your audience's problem. So your audience has a problem and your blog is the solution. Your content is the solution. You're not writing for you, you're writing for them. Note to self. So if you keep your audience in the back of your mind at all times and keep their interest at heart and focus on providing them with amazing value, you're gonna be successful. There's no doubt in my mind. You got this. This brings me to the ask. Ask your audience. Ask them for feedback. Ask them about their problems, what they're struggling with at the moment, to better understand how you can help them and to better get to know your audience. This feedback is so valuable for you as a blogger. It's also going to help you come up with more content ideas and things to write about. Let your audience help you, give you ideas for future blog posts. So if you do already have a bit of an audience, maybe you've started your email list, you can use something like SurveyMonkey to send out a simple survey to your list. That's what I did in the beginning and how I learned that my audience was really into blogging. If you don't ask, you will never know. Always listen to your audience and speak directly to them in their language as a friend. I like to think of my audience as my friends. So how would I talk to my friends? Well, I'd use the language that I use right now. Let your audience spark ideas for your weekly blog posts. And remember that your blog exists to solve their problems and provide them with amazing value. Next, I want to share with you a little tip when it comes to choosing your niche. So your niche meaning what you're going to be blogging about, the overarching theme of your blog. So for example, personal development, finance, what else? Dog training, something like that. Choose a niche that one, you are passionate about, and two, you know that there's a market for. In other words, it is profitable. There is proof of profits. If you want to make money blogging, you need to go into a market where there is proof of profits. As in, people are already blogging on this topic, so you know it's profitable. So have a look at other people in the niche that you want to go into. See what they're selling and how they're selling it. You need to go into a hot market where there's proof of profits so you know you are able to monetize your blog. This is so important. So do a little market research to get a better understanding of your chosen niche and how it could work for you. And also when it comes to blogging, you need to be passionate about the topics that you choose. Although it's important to keep your audience in the back of your mind at all times, it's also key that you are in fact interested in the topics that you've chosen, because you're going to be writing a lot of content on this topic, so you gotta be a little bit interested at least. And if you're not interested in it, it's going to be hard and quite the struggle to come up with new content ideas. So to sum up, go into a niche you know is profitable, but also a niche that you are interested in learning more about. Let's talk about time management. Time management 101. Finding time to blog as a new blogger. It can be quite the challenge. Since you're just starting your blog, you might have other obligations, such as a 9-to-5 job, maybe you're in college, maybe you have kids and not much time to yourself. So managing your time well as a new blogger is so important. No matter what other obligations you have, you need to find time to put in the work in order to be a successful blogger. And there is a way, my friends. There is a way. You may think there isn't, but there is. All you have to do is become a true queen at managing your time and planning. I'm telling you. So we all get 24 hours in a day. There's no getting around that. It's about what you do with these precious hours that count. So I have 3 suggestions for you right now as a new blogger. Wake up an hour earlier. This is exactly what I did when I started my blog. I would wake up at 5 or 6 a.m. to work on my blog for a couple of hours before I had to be at my 9 to 5. Even waking up 15 minutes earlier is gonna help you. Even if you can just put in 10 minutes towards your dream blog. Taking some kind of action a day is better than taking no action at all. So if you can, wake up an hour before you usually do, or wake up 15 minutes even before you usually do, and plan the night before. So what are you gonna achieve in that amount of time? Maybe you're gonna write a blog post draft. Maybe you're gonna sign up for Pinterest. Maybe you're just gonna reply to that one email that you have in your inbox and you've let it sit there for over a week. I'm thinking about an email that I have to reply to. That's why I came up with that. Plan the night before and wake up earlier to find time to chase your dreams and work on your blog. Also, work during lunch. Work during lunch. Go to a cafe, bring your Mac, work for an hour during lunch and in the evenings. So I don't know what your life looks like and what obligations you have, so I'm not sure if this is gonna work for you or not, but try to evaluate. Try to go through your day and think of ways you can put in some extra time towards your blog, even if it's just for 10 minutes, because we all spend too much time on Instagram anyway. There's a lot of scrolling. If you stop scrolling for 10 minutes, you can work on your blog for 10 minutes. I should really follow my own advice. Go out of your way to find the time. That's what I'm saying, basically. We have the time. We just need to prioritize it. This brings me to the next piece of advice that I have for you as a new blogger, and that is to pursue imbalance. Pursue imbalance when you're starting your blog, at least for a season. Think about your new blogging adventure as a season of your life. If you really want your blog to be successful, you need to go into it with a mindset of thinking that is actually a possibility. This is why productivity and mindset is so important when it comes to starting any type of side hustling gig. So think about it. When you go to medical school, you're all in. You're serious. You're gonna be a doctor. And you're all in for however long it takes. You prioritize your studies over weekend brunches, seeing your friends in the evenings, and long Netflix sessions. You say no to other commitments because you are so focused on becoming a doctor. You're all consumed. The same applies to blogging. That's what I'm saying. You should go into blogging with that same mindset. And you're gonna have to be open to not having a super balanced life. At least for a season, at least for half a year. You're gonna need to make some sacrifices, like managing your time a different way, waking up early, or not going to brunch on weekends to work on your blog instead. And you're gonna need to let go of some other interests and hobbies. You need to make some sacrifices and let go of other interests and hobbies. Pursue imbalance instead of balance. Because balance is mediocre when you think about it. You're not gonna have too much or too little of anything. You're not gonna get results, most likely, unless you're like a superwoman. Now, I totally believe that if you want to have amazing results, you want to blog successfully, you should aim for an imbalanced life. So I'm saying this to prepare you for the blogging journey, and let's pursue imbalance. Let's go for it. So it's time to embrace imbalance, my friends. That is how you will get fast results, and it depends how fast you want them, because if you want fast results, you need to quit weekend brunches. One thing at a time. Take it one thing at a time. Learn to master one traffic source at a time. Do not go after the Googles, the YouTube, the Facebooks. Stick to one at a time and learn to master it before you move on to the next platform. That is my strong recommendation to you, my friend. You shouldn't spread your time and energy too thin. Focus on one thing at a time, get results, and then move on. So when it comes to getting visitors to your blog and choosing your traffic source that you want to focus on, my honest tip for you is to go for Pinterest. Go for Pinterest. Pinterest for new bloggers is amazing because you have a chance of ranking in search pretty quickly. And Pinterest is the way that I got started as well. It's how I got over 1 million page views in my first year blogging, and I created a video about that, so I'm gonna link it up here so you can check that out. But yeah, one thing at a time. And this doesn't only apply to traffic. This applies to a social media platform. Focus on one at a time. This applies to your blog theme. Go for one at a time. Well, you can't go for two at a time really, but stick to your theme for at least a half a year. Don't change your theme. Don't change your blog's design. Stick to it. Get results with your blog first before you change things up. Get focused on what really matters, and that is creating content and connecting with your audience and building your lists. And also know your why. Know what the reason is for starting your blog and keep it in your back pocket at all times, because blogging, it's not all fun and games all the time. It's a lot of hard work and it can be challenging and you're gonna hit obstacles. That's why it's so important to keep your why with you and to know where you wanna go. What is the dream life? Why did you start this blog in the first place? Know your why. Write it down, stick it on your MacBook so you see it at all times. Speaking of your why and speaking of a reason to start a blog, do not start a blog just for the money. You need to enjoy it. You need to enjoy the journey. If you start a blog just for the money, it's gonna get boring for you. You're not gonna be able to stick with it and to keep showing up every single day and staying focused on your dreams and the results you want to create. So start your blog for the right reasons and keep your reason with you. I have some practical advice. Quality over quantity. I can't stress this enough. I know people say that you need a lot of content in order to rank on Pinterest, yada, 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 but your blog posts need to be valuable. You need to solve a problem. It doesn't matter if you're writing 300 words or 1,500 words. Your words need to matter. They need to solve a problem. Don't just whip up 10 blog posts just because you want traffic. Whip up 10 blog posts that are amazing and that are gonna solve your audience's problems. Don't think that you have to write 2,000 words in order for it to be valuable. It doesn't. The length of a blog post doesn't matter as long as you're solving your audience's problems. We're getting to the end of this video, but before we get to the end, I have two very important pieces of advice for you. The first one is know that you're playing the long-term game now. The minute you sign up for hosting and start your blog, you're playing the long-term game. Blogging is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not. It takes a lot of hard work, consistency, and showing up even when the road gets bumpy. You have to be willing to get uncomfortable and keep going in spite of it. Keep chasing your dreams. If you really want to see success with your blog, you need to be consistent with everything you do. So post out weekly content. If weekly doesn't work for you, choose a schedule that works for you as long as you are consistent. You're in it to win it, right? And to win it, you have to keep showing up, to take action and not give up. All right, this brings me to the last piece of advice that I have for you as a new blogger, and that is, it's simple. Be you. Be yourself. I don't want you to look at other bloggers and compare yourself. Do not compare yourself to another blogger who's been blogging for years. You're at chapter 1. They might be at chapter 12 or 20 even. Focus on being you. It doesn't matter if there are hundreds of bloggers blogging about the exact same topics that you want to blog about. It doesn't matter. There's only one you. And out there is an audience waiting for you to tell your story in your way. There are no unique messages. There are only unique messengers. I don't remember who said that, but it's so good. It's so true. We're gonna take it one more time. There are no unique messages, but there are unique messengers, and you are unique. So be you. That is the final advice I have for you. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and that it was helpful to you as a new blogger. And I wish you the best of luck on your blogging journey. Hope to see you in the Start Your Dream Blog Challenge. Join us in the description below. So if you did like this video, give it a thumbs up, maybe even subscribe and comment below. I would love to hear from you, and have a lovely rest of your day. I'll talk to you next time. Bye, guys.